Rites of Passage, an event marking an important stage in someone's life. In the off-road world, this could be the very first trail that you do in an area or in the next difficulty level. This is Rites of Passage, Northern Colorado, Kelly Flats.
Hey guys, this is John with Trailsoffroad, and today we're up at one of my favorite trails in Northern Colorado, Kelly Flats. I'm up here with one of our best riders in this area, Tim, and he's going to talk us through why this is one of the trails to do in this area.
This is Kelly Flats is a Rite of Passage trail. It's one of the more difficult trails in Northern Colorado, located about 30 miles west of LaPorte, up the beautiful Poudre Canyon. Large trailhead, you're able to air down before you start off. There's quite a few obstacles on this trail, including the Gatekeeper right near the start. There is Heart Attack Hill, the Aneurysm Bypass, and the most famous obstacle is known as the Chutes. If you are an experienced driver and have a vehicle that's capable of off-roading and have about 33-inch tires, you'll do just fine on this trail. This is not for the faint of heart. If you're inexperienced, it could prove rather challenging for you. Along the trail, you're going to see some beautiful meadows of flowers, great views of the surrounding mountains, and evidence of the 2020 Cameron Peak fire unfortunately burned part of the trail.
Start your adventure by heading north on Highway 287 out of Fort Collins and gas up at what the locals call Ted's Place, which is at the corner of Highway 287 and Highway 14. Head west on Highway 14 about 40 minutes to get to the Kelly Flats trailhead. Enjoy the beautiful drive up Poudre Canyon, taking in the sights and sounds of the river and the dramatic canyon geology. The trailhead is a good place to air down. Take a look at the signage for any relevant information, and once you are done, you are ready to head past the gate up to the first obstacle, the Gatekeeper. The Gatekeeper obstacle is right past the trailhead and will be the first challenge for your vehicle. There are a few line choices here. The easier line will be to your left with about a 1-foot shelf. And the harder lines will be to your right. If you are struggling at this point in the trail, this would be a good time to turn around, as the rest of the trail will not be any easier. Once you have completed the Gatekeeper, you will travel for about a half a mile to one of the obstacles that Kelly Flats is famous for, Heart Attack Hill.
So here we are at Heart Attack Hill. At this point, you've got to make a decision. Am I going to take the hill behind me, or am I going to take the bypass, which is known as Aneurysm Hill? Heart Attack Hill is a steep hill, a lot of loose rock, a lot of undulating areas, and a lot of steepness. A stock Jeep can do this. Aneurysm Hill, or the bypass, has gotten worse over the years. A lot of erosion gives a lot of undulation on that part of the trail. A stock vehicle can do that. It's a little bit longer route. Heart Attack Hill is the direct way on this path. So let's get in our Jeeps, put them in 4-low, and conquer this hill.
All right, here we go. Heart Attack Hill. All right, Todd, your first time at Heart Attack Hill. How are you feeling right now?
I'm wondering what you're getting me into. You know, I mean, a new Jeep I'm not that comfortable with. I see this pretty ominous looking hill. I'm gonna follow your line because you're way more tippy than I am. So if you tip over, I know not to take that line.
Yeah, the left lines are usually a little bit easier than the right lines. But yeah, follow me and just watch my wheels, and we'll get right up this.
All right, if I don't like it, you guys are buying lunch.
Alright, time to start the infamous Heart Attack Hill. For reference, both of the white Jeeps are running 35-inch tires, while Tim in the orange two-door is on 37s. The first optional obstacle on Heart Attack Hill will test your flex. The line to the left is a bit dug out, so no shame in having a spotter, as it can be hard to see what's in front of you. The easier line is around to the right. Making your way up the hill, you will approach the widest section of this trail. There are multiple line choices here, but the easiest line will be the driver's left, while the middle and right lines are better suited for more experienced drivers with modified rigs. The final ascent up Heart Attack Hill is mandatory for all vehicles. It is a very steep pitch that has been filled in with concrete to help with erosion. The bottom of this pitch will require a bit of a bump to get on top of it, but once you are on, make sure you stay on the gas all the way to the top.
Todd, how was that?
Dude, it wasn't nearly as bad as it looked. I'll give it to you. I mean, from the bottom, it just looks like this little narrow off-camber roll down the mountain spot. And once you got up there, you realize it wasn't anything like that whatsoever. So
it's a little ominous from the bottom, but once you actually get up on it, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I wouldn't suggest to anybody, like, think that they're going to get up there, and if they don't like it, that they're going to be able to turn around and go back down.
No, you're certainly
I mean, you're committed at that point, but you know, just laws of the Jeep, right? Just keep the Jeep level, keep your point itself uphill.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, let's hop out and take a look at what we just went up.
Yeah, because I was not looking at the surroundings at all.
For sure.
And that's Heart Attack Hill. It's not too bad if you can keep your wits about you. We took some time checking out the views of what we just came up, and then made our way to the second half of this trail, which is one of my favorite parts, and you will see why.
So this is a sensitive point on the trail. After you get up to the top of Heart Attack Hill, you run into North Rim Road. This is all private property. It's about 2 miles long of private property here, and the owners are kind of sensitive about people driving on their road. Trails Off-Road, we want you to drive slow, respect the people's private property, take your time through this section, and enjoy the trail on the other side of the property.
Slowly start making your way down the residential road. About 2 miles down the road, you will encounter a fork. Going right, you will continue on this graded road. Going left, well, let's just say it won't be a graded road. Here we are at the Chutes. Let's see what Tim has to say. He is a seasoned veteran running the Chutes multiple times in various different vehicles.
So as we walk through this, I got the first major rock here just up and over. There's the two next rocks. I'll put each tire on those, and then actually the start of the chute. If you look on the far left end of the chute, I'm gonna have a tire, a sidewall on that rock face. A lot of people, when they do this, they get their driver's side tire at the bottom. It leans too far over and they scrape the top along that face. So I'm actually gonna be driving on a sidewall using all the tire to get up this.
Okay, you don't want any spotting.
No, I'm good with it.
If you want spot, you shout, otherwise we'll just relax and watch.
Wait at the top of the first ledge there, and as soon as I get through that first rock wall, after that it's piece of cake.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's make this happen.
Make it happen, dude.
The Chutes is hands down the hardest obstacle at Kelly Flats. Usually packed with spectators on a crowded weekend, here's where people congregate to watch the wins and sometimes the losses. No matter the outcome, the Chutes is a great place to spend a few minutes of your day, seeing what an experienced wheeler with a built rig can do. The easiest line here means getting your driver tire up on the large rock and using your sidewall to keep you level. One miscalculation here could mean body damage. With that in the back of his mind, Tim was persistent, trying this obstacle over and over, each try with a slightly different driver input, seeing if some magic combination of those large 37-inch tires, a short wheelbase, and front and rear lockers could give him the traction he needed to get up and over this challenging obstacle.
That suspension making an awful lot of noise.
For reference, your front was up on the sidewall about, your front driver up about 3 feet.
Okay.
Rear had not made contact with the back of the ledge yet.
Once I get my driver just around this right here, then the back tire starts to climb this, and then I'm good.
You've gotten it there several times. I think it's just something slipping.
Yeah, I'm just slipping off. When I'm there, where is this tire? Am I on that rock?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, climb. And turn.
Today just wasn't the day for Tim. Knowing when to quit is the sign of an experienced wheeler. Some days, we conquer the trail. Other days, the trail conquers us. Getting your rig home in one piece is always a win in our book, especially when you can avoid having that conversation with your wife.
All right, I call it.
Calling it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I just am not over far enough that way. Last time I went up like a charm.
Four-door. Seriously.
Nice.
It's just the angle's different. The two-door just fits so much better. Yeah, there.
Right after leaving the private property, you come to the last rocks area. And it's a little bit undulating, it's a little downhill, but it's nothing as steep or rugged as Heart Attack Hill. We're gonna finish up the last rocks. It's a nice drive after that through some gorgeous meadows afterwards. We'll see you at the end of the trail.
Stock vehicles might scrape a bit going down this, but just remember, take it slow, keep your tires at the highest points, and use gravity in your favor if you don't have a lot of ground clearance.
was pretty easy going down it. I don't know why I'm grabbing my slider and you're not though, John.
With all of the challenging obstacles out of the way, you will begin to descend in one of the most beautiful parts of the trail. This section sits a bit lower than the beginning of the trail in a lush, tree-covered valley where precipitation tends to accumulate. Roll down those windows and take in all the sights, sounds, and smells this amazing little pocket of Colorado forest has to offer. As you approach the tail end of the valley, you will be greeted with an optional obstacle. If you decide to do it, make sure you get out and assess your options beforehand. Sometimes your spotter doesn't always take you on the best line.
Passenger. Yep. Now go driver. 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 Here you go. Passenger. 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 Hard passenger. You're good.
Whoops. Sorry, Todd. Once out of the valley, you will enter into the meadowy section of Kelly Flats. Take in the beautiful fields of flowers and the surrounding mountain peaks. We are about to get into a part of the trail that had a hard life just recently. On August 13th, 2020, the Cameron Peak Fire broke out about 20 miles west as the crow flies to Kelly Flats. Extreme temperatures, low humidity, rough terrain, and gusty winds reaching over 70 miles per hour were some of the elements that contributed to the extreme fire behavior and rapid rates of spread. The Cameron Peak Fire was considered 100% contained as of December 2nd, 2020, almost 4 months after it started. It claimed 469 structures and burned over 208,000 acres, surpassing the largest fire in Colorado history by almost 70,000 acres. From all of us here at Trails Off-Road, our most sincere thanks go out to all the brave firefighters all over the country, working tirelessly around the clock to protect our most beloved and prized resources, our public lands.
So that's Kelly Flats. You have some rock, some incline, some descent, some gorgeous meadows with wildflowers, and a lot of beautiful forest. Wildlife can be seen up here. There's moose, elk, and deer. Remember the private property. If you like the trail guide today, please visit us on the web, trailsoffroad.com. You can visit us on an app. Either way, we want to make sure you know before you go. See you on the trail. But either way, follow us so you know where. What's our line? Know before you go. Hold on.